Welcome, Aquarius, to your timeless wave of love reading. All right, bear in mind a few things while you have and are checking into this reading as I'm cleaning up the schmutz here. Bear in mind that you have checked into a collective insight being held by me, 7th. Bear in mind that this is not a one-to-one reading that you and I have a lot of time for. Okay, this is, again, we're trying to... Aquarius, I must admit, this is the second time that I'm trying to start this, all right? And it is... It's not cute. It's not cute what we're about to get into. I'm not saying that the read's not going to be cute. It's just... The fuck? All right, anyway. welcome. Bear in mind that that we're going to push through. You're not going to get me twice. That's going to be the attitude at the end of this reading. End of y'all's reading. Okay, so bear in mind that you have checked into a collective insight reading. Okay, this is not a one-to-one personal reading that you and I have a lot of time for. All right. Feminine, masculine energies are non-gender specific. However, that also means that femininity encapsulates feminine and masculine energies, and masculinity houses masculine and feminine energies as well. Okay. I am 7th, aka Master 7th. I read these energies for you. I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Yeah, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up. Thank you very much. Get into position, y'all. I'm gonna make it through. Can't catch me. Can't catch me. All right, now. I am 7th, aka Master 7th. I read these energies for you. If you want to know more information about who I am, what she's all about, her details can be found in the description box below. Okay, I am a master healer that provides remote wellness and tarot intuitive insights such as this. I'm gonna say, as another heated caution, because this is what I'm here to do, is if you're going to use up to this point and whatever may have been triggered for the continuum to judge the ego, yeah, that's funny. The ego, this is so funny to push through. The ego that of the vessel of 7th energy, by trying to psychoanalyze it, trying to like exactitude it, trying to share your opinions of, you have no idea what it means to streamline the energies. Okay? Hence why you are here, Aquarius, the water bearer that you are. And what you're doing to my 7th energy that's supposed to read the schmuck is you're inundating me with a shit ton of emotions that you are probably refusing and owning up that you have. And this has been an ongoing war that I, 7th, have been talking about on this channel, slightly over my other channel, mostly about Aquarian energy. And at this point, I really don't care if you're associated with this, with any like Aquarian energy. We're all in some one or another under the constellation somehow, so we affected. Whether it's sun, rising, moon, Venus, Libra, house of this, whatever. We can dance in a conversation, but it's of utmost no importance. Utmost of no importance. See if I can proceed or not. Are we ready? All right. Now we got all that shit out of the way. 444. Yep. There we go. Let's get back to business. I ain't got no time. Spiritual DJ in the house. Back to having fun, y'all. we don't give a shit about right or wrong. We don't care about being exact. Okay, intuition isn't about being exact, but boy, does she, it, or he like being right. Alright, and this is what the adventure is, and this is what tarot can teach. Now, mind you, watching other people give their rendition of what their interpretive world is the biggest heat of caution that you ought to give yourself. That this is entertainment. And free at that. Just like anything that you may or may not be able to do within a 24-hour of a day that is quote unquote free. Free life is very expensive, ain't it? Mm. Like I said, I did ask at 444 if we were ready to or more around that time. Plus or minus, we don't give a shit about being exact, y'all. We're about to find out why in a second. That I said all this emotional water shit that you're throwing at sevens over here, as a water bearer that you are, is the shit of the reason as to why I gotta make sense of it and some of these glitches and glitchy. Why, you ask? Why? Oh, I mean, I'm just talking exact. Your energy comes through, the Aquarian water bearer that you are. I say water bearer, but you air. 10 of Cups. What you over here saying that you know or don't know? What is it? Like, honestly, at this point, my ego is triggered. I'm like, you want me to say more with the shit that was just thrown at me? How long and many hours we may need to have in order for you to, speak your truth finally? When you could have spoken your truth of sheer interest with at least one person, but you choose to opt out. You ain't real with someone, and that someone is you. At the same time, for those of you who are triggered and may have left, I mean, you're not here anymore, so say la vie. But for those of you who are trying to find all this exactness and trying to see where that shit hits home for y'all, open up the book and write it down and find it down for yourself. It's not a one-to-one reading. Write it down. Take a pen, open the book, and write. Take the canvas, take the paint, and paint. Have a voice and use it. Sing. Do it. Do it. I don't need to be the one to validate my own existence. And neither do I need to be the one to validate yours. It is impossible. I don't have enough time or room with all the shit that I gotta do with. Look at that. Do with and deal with. Do and deal. See how fucked up that shit is? And then what? Lose my integrity? No, and neither should you. And some of you have built so many walls up in regards to who you may become, who you should be, who you are, and still needing to validate something within you. You still need to validate something within you. And that's part of the problem that you're not seeing. Part of the validation is split, like almost like Gemini. It's split, but not in a healthy way, not an intellectualized way that makes Gemini the power source of Gemini. All right? The dilemma when it hits your infrastructure is that a single emotion can split you into the 24 different personalities that you have. And then they're so busy. They're your overall ego, the number one in charge of all 24, is like, no, silence. I don't want to deal with it. Nope. Shh. Speak when spoken to, but you never speak to me. That's the point. I don't want to speak to you right now. I have other shit I gotta do. I got children I gotta talk to. I got my mommy and daddy I gotta supply to. I got this and this. I got relationships to do. I got mendings to do. But then you're also very sad. You're very sad right here. Right here, you're very sad. You're sad right here. Mind you, I'm not saying you're sad right here. You're sad right here. You're sad right here. I don't care to be exact. What do you need forgiveness for, Aquarius? What is it? Are you seeking forgiveness? Are you asking for forgiveness? Do you want someone else to forgive you? You can't forgive someone. Like, I really do not like this because your psyche is hinged on the condition of someone else's perspective. Where is your identity? And some of you are like, but everything's so juicy. I don't understand. Then why the fuck are you here? Sorry. Something is sad within the vortex of who you are. Now, again, I mentioned from the very fucking beginning, this is exclusively collective. Exclusively collective. Where you are could be the first problem. You could be in the middle of the reading. You could be the end of the reading and resonate. You could be nowhere in this reading. You can be overall somewhere to be found or wherever. This is a lost at sea, okay? Lost at sea. Yet what you're not understanding is that you are the sea. You are the water bearer. You are the sea. You're meant to protect something. That's where you're so caught up in engaging in things. Caught up in the engagement of what it means to be perfect. What it shows up to be perfect. What perfection looks like. Acting in that perfection, watching and imitating, thinking that will catch on within personal interest and upkeep that. But then you notice maybe it doesn't. Maybe you attract something, mimic it, and then you activate your senses in it. And then after like 6 months, 3 years, 10, 20 years, you're like, oh, I don't think this is actually for me. Like some of y'all make some crazy decisions. And when I say crazy decisions, I'm not talking about crazy decisions like loony boony. No, I'm not talking about those decisions. I'm talking about y'all make massive decisions that capitulate many lifetime chapters here of potential emotional duress or emotional success, whichever it is. But there are many, many chapters and certain decisions that you make. Yeah, it's not just like one little tiny decision you're making. You're making decisions that affect a lot of topics here, is my point. And one of them could be like getting married. Some of y'all get married for interesting reasons, whether that's politically or emotional. C'est la vie. That's onto you. Not the part that wants to be justified over here or not. Not it. This is about you. The decision before, middle, and after. And the accountability journey through that. And then seeing a third-party perspective of yourself, more or less. Because that's where I think from that third-party perspective, you'll feel like, okay, I'm either really proud and grateful or like, oh shit, I got some work to do. But I'm almost afraid to say that it seems like, oh shit, I got some work to do, again, is not being addressed. And that's a problem. We're going to come over here and understand or not understand. If I have to remind you, I guess I'm here to remind you. Look where this reading is connected to. This is a wave of love, marketed, advertised, clickbait of a reading tied to Bastet. I don't care, again, to justify the exactitude of what that means for you or not. I'm just giving you the facts of the situation of what it is, this reading connected to Bastet channel. Okay, so that's what is available for you to see. Okay. Now, man, air signs are getting fucking their ass whipped in this channel. Sure as hell getting your ass whipped. Like, yep, look at that. 10 of Wands, the moon energy, seeing things you don't want to be seen, are being fucking illuminated. Feminine and masculine energy, both here to be illuminated to shit. To shit. the shit is being illuminated, all right? And if you can't make logical sense of it, it will represent itself in physical aptitude. Whether you're interested or not in showing into something, interested or not in changing something, interested or not to accept what is and what isn't, sharing your successes and also your apologies, backtracking a little bit, owning up Mercury retrograde energies where they come inundate in a calendar year oftentimes and using that to your fucking advantage and not fearing it. Right? People mock around the energies all the time. People mock around rituals of full moon and new moon energies. I'm going to have to speak in the sister energies of this channel just like I did for Gemini. This is not about emotional justice at this point anymore as energies of Busted could be. Right now she is the full-blown moon trying to say you're thinking you're in the dark and you're just not. You don't belong here. You don't belong in this suffering. But you're not seeing the illumination of what's being illuminated with you, just like Gemini wasn't seeing it. Air sign in general are not seeing it because they're not seeing the value of what it means to be elevated consciousness and not down in the depths of emotions where we think we need to be very in deep connection with someone emotionally hinged with them in order to be a value like a mommy and daddy that they never had, or maybe a mommy and daddy you never had. No. If you were a product of love child all the time, I think, and for everyone, and this is not to say that people aren't a product of love child. I can't believe we're going there. Fine. We're going there. So, it only means that mommy and daddy can love each other. Yet if there were more mommies and daddies loving each other, then the outcome of children and the plethora of them running around now and in the evolution of times would be quote unquote happier. But we're not about that, are we? And 2025, we still not on that on a global level after we've been globally affected in 2020. It's like alarm bells ringing. Like, what? All right, and now it's hit rock bottom. It's hit rock bottom for the fucking collective. But you gotta go down, and gotta go up. You gotta go up, and gotta go down. You gotta swing around. I have no idea what this song is. What's this freestyle? Fricka. All right. God damn. Oh. Someone was like, I heard someone said, don't say God's name in vain. Who's religious around here? Oh, lost. Lost some subscribers. Alright. Man, the relationship to mommy and daddy dearest is a union, alright? A union granted by the mother nature of all, which is the galaxy Virgo energy. It's the mystery of feminine and masculine energy, which is non-gender specific, making its way through you. In the beginning of the reading, you were being told that feminine and masculine energy is both feminine and masculine and feminine within femininity and masculine. What that brings together is the child. Whether you agree or disagree, turn your back on that or not, it brings success in delivering something, at least in the context of what this reading is tied to. So is it emotional redemption you're seeking? Maybe labeled. Is it emotional redemption that's going to help you get to where you need to be? Nope. That's some good old white light turning into yellow energy. Six of Cups, Mercury energy for me in this reading currently. Don't debate me. But reconciling with yourself on this, okay? Backtracking a little in order to understand, mark off the X's and Q's for what they need to be, and give yourself X's and O's, hugs and kisses, and be proud of yourself for how far you've come. Allowing yourself to repent, if that means looking in somebody's eye and repenting, asking for forgiveness and all that jazz, or doing the forgiving. And then ultimately doing what you hate doing is cutting individuals out of your life. You hate it. Some of y'all recently did it. And cutting off people on social media, blocking people in the shit. And you don't even have, that was your ego doing it, right? You didn't give a shit about how they feel. In your mind, it's like an algorithm. And if that's the case, because that person is no longer in your life, I mean, or never maybe was, look at this fucking devilish energy. Wild. But y'all egos is a contradiction to the way that you plead your soul to be. Talking about being deep. Y'all need to feel it in order to feel what part is no longer of you to get to who you need to be and make sense of that shit. Who you need to be. Being put on an ethereal timeout, and however ether can fucking make herself known to you, because you were born from this. God damn it. That's it. I'm not doing it anymore. Six of wands at the bottom of the deck. Victory. New moon, intention. You're more complete than you give yourself credit to. You're more than capable than you give yourself acknowledgement to. Like I said, going backwards, karma, south node, 34, 7 energy to get your prime energy back, understanding what's no longer part of you, to get to the who you are prime of 7th of you. Yep, Pluto, death energy, 22, to get to the mastering of yourself. It's going to announce itself. Some of y'all are going to have Kundalini awakenings, whatever that may mean to you and for you. May end up seeing visions or have more clarity if you already see them. It's all coming from the death card. Ego death is occurring, spiritual death is maturing, and all that jazz. All right, that's all that I have for you at this time. We made it through. Thank you very much. I hope you took it as well as you could. All right, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.